Today talking about zombies. We're gonna be playing Setsubo no Shima. I did a little test right before the stream started, and I know how to do the Easter egg. It's just whether I'm not. I forgot something, and it's fine. Whatever. Actually, it's not fine. I want to make this easier. Fire sale. I don't like to use gobble gums much, just because most of the time it's like it feels like a waste to use them. But when it makes something easier for me, I would usually use a gobble gum or two. Nothing like the ultra rare ones, but the ones I can practically make. So let's see. Okay, let's get the bucket. And what do I want to talk about today? This month has been kind of bland. I've been just dealing with. Let me see. This month, the beginning of the month, I was working on college finals, which that was so much fun to do. It was so great, and just been working. Nothing really much to talk about. But who knows? Maybe somebody will find it interesting just to hear my experience with the dreaded finals week. Because like this finals week, well, let me just give some context of my classes. My classes have been pretty easy. Well, not easy, just easy in my terms, where I just need to do the work, turn it in, and I'll be fine. And then I just need to make a great attempt with my quizzes. Because at the end of basically the end of the semester, when the classes were about to be done, I was averaging a C on my classes. Kill a mutant zombie before it becomes a rage. Plane trap kill. Okay, that's fine. This is easy. And oh, I forgot to look at the school. And I kid you not, the final exam would literally depend. Well, the final exam would quite literally show what my grade will be in that class and whether I pass or fail that class. It was for 2 classes. There's 2 other classes I had that I was cruising in. It was fine, but these 2 classes I was basically borderline failing, and if I didn't do well with these finals, then I would have failed my classes and had to do it again. And I didn't want to do it again because they were the worst classes that I've ever taken in my whole education career. So that was very fun and so much pressure to do. Like, and just to let it be known, these are math classes. These are college level math classes. So it was horrible. Like, I had to study a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know was supposed to be part of math. Like, why the hell is the whole entire alphabet and Greek alphabet in the math classes? That was pretty spooky. I feel like that sucks. Like, that shouldn't be part of math. But anyways, so first class was, should I just say what the classes were? Well, no, it's fine. The first class was a probability class. So you probably be like, oh, you just needed to know the probability of getting a full house with a deck of cards. And I was like, yeah, that was one of the test questions. But that's not all the test questions were. Was just probability of getting a full house. Tell me, I would have been lucky to draw a full house than guessing on that answer. Guessing an answer for that question, because it's very, like, I had to put in a whole bunch of probability, going like, oh, okay, if the first card is a 10 of hearts, then the probability of this and then that, and then have to round it to the nearest hundredth, the thousandths, and then blah 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 blah. It was terrible. Where's that zombie? I need to kill it. And so that class was very sucky. However, for that final, not a lot of these professors are like this, but my goat, my professor, I like to call her Dr. T-Pain. because that's literally her name, T-Pain. I won't say how it's spelled because that would give away, that would like basically dox her, but like just know her name is T-Pain and it's amazing. So Dr. T-Pain was literally like, okay, for this final, you're allowed 3 sheets of paper for your your exam. And we looked at her and we're like, 3 whole sheets, and she was like, yep, because on each exam you took throughout this whole semester, you were allowed 1 sheet of paper. So if you just bring your 3 sheets of paper you use for each of those exams, then you'd be good to go. And I'm just like, wow, I use the same paper in all those exams. I gotta make a whole new catalog of test questions and all that. And that's exactly what I did. I literally took a past exam that she posted. Let me just say, this isn't cheating. She was just like, here's the past exam and all their solutions if you want to review them. And I'm like, okay. So I took a past final exam, literally copied it on my sheets of paper and she even gave an outline of the final exam. This is what you're gonna be looking for. And I was like, oh, this past exam question matched up with this exam question. Then that means this exam question is gonna be possibly similar to the question that's gonna be on this exam. So I should keep that in mind. And what can I say? It worked. Everything went according to plan. It was perfect. Everything worked out just fine. Because on that test, I think I got a B on that final exam, which passed me that class. And that was my hailing grace because of Dr. T-Pain. We love her. And then, oh, and then the other exam. This one, I was very much scared in my boots about, because holy cow, I hated this teacher. I think I've mentioned this teacher in a past Talking with Zombies, where, I mean, I'm sorry, but like, I need a teacher that can teach me the subject without using their own notes of said subject, because I am pretty sure he said that for teaching his class he uses notes to pass an exam to teach the class. And frankly, I think that's horrible, because his notes only made sense to himself and he would just teach his notes. So looking at it, I'm just like, what the hell does all of this mean? And he would just be like, yeah, so the formula that you're gonna be using here, and it's gonna be like this and this and this. I'm looking at it, I'm just like, huh. I have no idea what this dude is saying at all. And these notes don't make any sense. I'm gonna fail this class. Luckily, by the end of the year, I was with a C+ in that class. So the final exam, I had some leeway. So I'm like, okay, if I can pass this final exam, then I'll be good. I just need to rock with a C, and then I'll be done with this class and have to never look back at it ever again. When I was taking this final exam, the first question, I left blank because I had no idea what it wanted me to do. I kid you not, this exam, I am pretty sure I failed it. Throughout all these questions, that I am 100% sure that they were like, oh, I think I taught this in class. Let's put it on the exam. Because, man, I think back to that exam, I'm just like, wow. I think I cried in my car that day.
I'll chew this over while I think about things.
Just on how bad it was. That I was like, I don't want to take this exam again. This was my one chance that I would feel good about this whole entire rest of my graduation, until graduation comes. So when you get done with the exam, he would whisper to you, and you're like, okay, the grade will be posted by next Tuesday. And I was just like, okay. I need to look every day to see what my grade is and how I can plead the fifth to my instructor that I should get a better grade.
Hope this doesn't
Because,
mess me up.
hey, why wouldn't I?
Clear the way,
So,
buckets.
I took this
Brain is on a
exam
mission.
Friday. The next day, I checked my grade for that final exam. Nothing there. And then I was like, okay, he hasn't gone to it yet. He had like plenty of other students that he needed to check on. That's fine. Saturday comes. No, that was the next day. Sunday comes. I'm like, okay, what's my grade? What's my grade? What's my grade?
I'm gonna take this thing up close
He
and
then,
personal.
I look at my grade. He hasn't graded it yet. I'm like, okay, he hasn't graded it yet. Monday for sure. Monday is when he's gonna grade my final exam. So, Monday comes. I look at my phone for my grade. Sure enough, he hasn't graded it yet. I'm just looking. I'm just wondering, what the hell is going on? Why hasn't he graded my test yet? Maybe he just hasn't put it in yet. He graded it, but hasn't put in the scores yet until he's done with the whole entire class, so that he can put it all in. Maybe he's waiting till Tuesday to put it all in. So I'm thinking to myself, going like, okay, Tuesday, that's the deadline. That's when he's gonna put it in. Tuesday at 5 o'clock. And so I'm waiting. 5 o'clock is when I'm done with work. When I'm done with work, I'm gonna check my grade and see if I passed the class or not. This is gonna show all of my what I've learned throughout this whole entire year, this whole entire semester, of whether I can pass this class or not. So, when I get done with work, I clock out. I'm walking out the door. I'm in my car, in the parking lot of my job. And then I look at my phone.
Anything is operational around
He hasn't put it in my grade yet.
here. Gotta be a way
So,
to jumpstart
you know, that's when I'm starting to think to myself, like, okay, maybe he's running a little behind. He's been behind in that class this whole entire time. I think that he is just a little bit slow with grading. And so I'm just gonna give him an extra day. Then the next day, no grade. The next day, no grade. And then the next day after that, there was no grade. And it was at that point when I realized to myself, man, I don't think I'm ever gonna get my grade in that class. And then the semester ends. That's when the whole college was just like, okay, grades are finalized. This is gonna be your grade for your class. I look at my class. I'm looking at the blank part of my final exam. I'm like, he didn't put in my final exam. Why? And then it dawns on me. Oh my gosh. This man was just a blessing in disguise. He saw my grade. He realized that, man, if I put this grade in, he's gonna fail this class. So I'm not gonna put in this grade. And that's what I believe happened. And that he was protecting me to make sure I passed that class and that I was never gonna be in that class ever again. And if that's true, then great, that's awesome, thank God. I didn't want to see him either too, but you know, it would have been nice to know what my grade was and whether or not I was actually gonna pass or not. But oh well. Oh, so basically I passed all my classes this semester, so yippee! I get to move on and stay on course with my graduation plan. Great. And so next fall, the upcoming fall year, for the next academic year, I'm gonna be taking 5 classes. So hopefully, and I think they'll be fine. They'll be alright classes to do. One of my classes for next year is I'm gonna actually be learning Spanish, elementary Spanish, because on my graduation plan they're just like, okay, here you need to take a 3-credit course. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll take some of the easy classes. All the easy classes are 1 credit, so I need to take 3 of those. And I'm just like, maybe I'll just take a class that matches another person's major. That should make it all up. And it did. it the class I took was Spanish, elementary Spanish, well, that I'm going to take. And man, I'm gonna be relying on my mom throughout that whole entire year, because I'm just gonna be like, mi mama. Damn, I was gonna say this next sentence in Spanish, but I don't know Spanish, so I'm just gonna like, Mom, what does azul mean? And she's gonna look at me like, this is the son I raised. He doesn't know his ancestors' language. I bring great dishonor to my family that I don't know my heritage language, and instead know Japanese, because why? I mean, why not? It was a 4 course in my high school for Japanese. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And I think I do pretty well with Japanese. Sure, I don't have that great of a vocab in it, but it's better than nothing. I can say I have 5.5 years of Japanese down my belt, because I do. There is a course in college for Japanese. I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. How the hell are you gonna make a full online course in a language? That it doesn't work like that. You have to like communicate with the student and talk to them with Japanese. But you know, they just think to themselves like, oh, it'll be fine. Why do I need to talk to my students in Japanese when they can just write down of what they Googled on Google Translate on paper and I give them a perfect grade? I hate that class so much. I'm trying to think of what else I can talk about, because I think my job is too confidential to talk about. And actually, yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Okay, I need to kill you before you become enraged, so did it. Spider, oh Spidey, where art thou, Spidey? You're kidding me, really? There wasn't. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, now let's see. Do I have? I can get that. Oh, I don't have spiders. What can I talk about? Oh, actually, I actually do want to talk about something, because it was brought up when I was playing Smash Bros earlier, and also I just thought of something else that I thought about that I should probably talk about.
Come with me, Skullface.
I was talking about how I was reminiscing. I was like, I made a joke about some dude hit me with a trick shot, and I was like, oh, he's gonna put it in his Face Clan montage. And I just thought to myself, like, oh my gosh, I don't think people are gonna realize what Face Clan, why I said that with a montage of like that. Because like, it hit me that I was like, oh, people are just gonna think that Face Clan it's just a bunch of people in a group that like I think they do esports events still. I don't know for sure though. Where they just like hang around and make content, like IRL content with each other. I'm just thinking to myself like, no, the Face Clan I know, that I think about is just people that go on Call of Duty and make Moab montage and try to do a whole bunch of stuff on Call of Duty, like trick shots and stuff. Make those types of videos. It never occurred to me that they were just like, oh, they're variety now. They don't just play Call of Duty still. It's like a whole organization now. And like, it's fine. They do what they do. It's like, people change. That's whatever. I think I'm gonna change in the future. If I continue to still do this hobby of mine which is upload YouTube videos, then I understand that it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna have to change and do something different. But I don't think I'm going to like drastically change my content, because here's the thing, right? Playing games is what I do. I love playing games. This is what I've always wanted to do for like a job. And so it's just gotten to the point where I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna do in the future if like this starts off? I wonder where I'll be 5 years in the future. Maybe not 5 years, maybe like 6. I don't know how far I'll get. Actually, maybe 3. But like, I don't know. It's such an interesting thing, because like if you were to tell a 5-year-old me, like, oh yeah, FaZe Clan goes around and throw all sorts of parties in LA, I'll probably just look at you and be like, they're not. They're just a group of kids that, not kids, but they're just a group of teenagers that make montages on Call of Duty. And it's just like, oh, that's not all. Oh, I'm gonna die. Monkey. Whoops. I wouldn't think that this much zombies would spawn. Why? Oh. I'm stupid. I thought I could slide under. I probably could, and I just did it wrong.
Was kind of my own fault.
It was very much my own fault. I should talk about my arachnophobia actually. While I'm on the topic of Spider Boss. I have arachnophobia, but it's not bad per se. Like, does this freak me out? A little bit when I first saw this boss, but when I realized I could kill this thing with a gun, it wasn't bad. But because per se, like, say there's like a giant spider in front of me in real life, right? Of course I'm gonna be afraid of that. It's terrifying to just think of a giant spider right in front of, oh my gosh, right in front of me. Whoops. But like, if it's like a tiny spider, I'll be fine. I'll have like something nearby me where I can kill it at a safe distance.
Yeah, sure.
But say like a tarantula was in front of me, right? I would be screaming and getting to the next country away from that tarantula, because it's big spiders that really scare me. And you might be wondering, okay, what's the limit of like how big of a spider can be? Well, if it's like the size of a penny, I'll be fine. It's just a little smack with my sandal and I'll move on with my day. Now if it was the size of a dollar bill, on the other hand, I'm screaming and hollering, cause that shit freaks me out, very much so. Even photos of it, of like those types of spiders, freak me out. Like I'm going to a country where they home those things. I'm just like, okay, let me bring a gun to that country. Then I'll feel better about myself. But so you might be wanting to go like, okay, but that was a giant spider in the game. What about that? Let me just say, what the hell? Wait, what did I just make? What are these things? Do they? I think these things kill spiders actually. Or not spiders, kill zombies. Oh, hey, a missile. I need that later. So, like, say there was a spider on my screen, right? I'm not gonna be terrified, because first of all, this is a game. I know this is a game. This isn't gonna harm me in real life. Like, all these spiders aren't gonna harm me in real life. Now per se, if I was a picture of a spider, now I know that exists in real life. Let me look at the location. If it's far away from me, I'm alright. If it's close nearby to me in the States, then I am gonna be terrified. Because then when I go to that sad state, I'm gonna just, the only thing that's gonna be on my mind is that spider's nearby me. That spider is nearby me. Oh my gosh, that spider could be under that rock for all I care. Like, that's scary. I literally, I would just, that would be the only thing that's on my mind. But all these video game spiders, like, it's fine. I know I can kill it. Now, you might be wondering, like, what if you play a game where you can't kill the spiders? I finally got it. Like, for example, there's one game I'm never gonna touch in my life. Because, one, I know the ending. I know how to, I watched the whole playthrough of it. And two, the spiders look way too realistic. Because it's supposed to be realistic. And that is the game called Grounded. And what it is, it's just kids get shrunk into their own playground, not the playground, their backyard. And they have to figure out a way to unshrink themselves, to grow back to a normal length. And let me just say, I'm never gonna play that game ever again. Ever, not again. I've never played it. I'm never gonna play that game ever, because the thought of giant spiders being the normal type of enemy scares the crap out of me. And like legit, there's a day and night cycle, and I'm pretty sure just the night cycle is pray to God that you don't run into a spider. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to play a game like that. It scares me. And considering that the plane just left, because I heard it, we are going to need to just run around until then. Which is fine, because I wanted to talk more about something. I wanted to talk more about next month. Alright, so next month is going to be a very busy month for content, because something very special is going to come out next month, and that is the Switch 2. Now, let me just say, because I'm pretty sure I said it somewhere else, I don't know, but this is the channel, this is the series where I talk a lot, and let me repeat the Switch 2 story, because I was able to pre-order a Switch 2, and so I'll be able to make content right off of it the first day. I don't know if I'll upload the first day. I might wait till the second day, which will be a little bad, but it's fine. I wanted to upload on the first day, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have family over and we're gonna play the Switch 2 together first. And that's honestly the reason I got the Switch 2, so I can play all the cool fun games that's on the Switch 2 first with family. Is that the... No, that's not the plan. So you might be wondering, like, how did you get the Switch 2? Oh my gosh, pre-orders were... Oh, that is the plane. Fuck. Oh well. But you might be wondering, well, like, how did you get the Switch 2? It sold out in like the first 5 minutes. Well, my good viewer, let me just tell you, I walked, because here's the thing, right? First, midnight release. Well, not really midnight release. I think it was like 10 o'clock for me when it came out. Like, pre-orders came out at like 10 o'clock for me, and I was trying. I was very desperately trying. I was in Target. Target sucks. Do not pre-order stuff on Target on the day of release, the night of release. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll go to Walmart. I couldn't get into Walmart because I was spending too much time on Target, because it was like, oh, it's in your cart, and I was like, cool. Oh, it's out of your cart. Oh gosh darn it. So then I was like, okay, maybe I'll do Walmart. I can't do a Walmart. Okay, maybe I'll do Best Buy. I don't have an account on Best Buy. Maybe I'll do the other GameStop. GameStop is until 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay then, that's fine. I'll wait till then. So then the next morning I went to sleep. I went to sleep that night very sad, but the next morning I was very encouraged. I left work because I had to say something. I was like, oh, something came up at home. Let me be gone for like 5 minutes. I'll be okay. I was gone for 10 minutes trying to pre-order the Switch 2 on the GameStop app. But alas, it crashed again. So now I was like, okay, I didn't get the pre-order. This is bad. Maybe they'll have a midnight release. But the next the next time I went to school, that afternoon, I was just like, huh, maybe I'll stop by GameStop, see if I can pre-order from there. I probably can't because the servers are being wonky right now because everybody that was trying to be on them. So, let me pre-order with the person at the counter. I walk into GameStop. I was looking at the person. I was like, "Hi, is it possible for me to pre-order the Switch 2 here?" And then he looked at me, and then with a look to his face, he looked at me and said, "Oh, yeah, sure, why not?"
That's supposed to hurt.
Oh, I didn't load it first. Damn it. Okay, well, it's fine. I wasn't done with my story yet anyways. So with a look to his face, he was like, well, sure, why not? I looked at him, I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, we still have orders left. I was like, okay then. And he starts typing on his computer like, so are you going to do the $60 payment? I was like, what? He was like, well, this is like the payment to make sure that you have a spot in line for when the midnight release comes. I'm like, no. I was gonna pay in full, and he looked at me and with a look to his face, he was like, "Oh, you're gonna pay in full? Yeah, we can do that. Let's do pay in full." I was like, "Okay," and then I gave him my credit card. I gave him all the information he needed. He types in his computer. He gives me a receipt, and he was like, "Okay." And then I looked at him, and I was like, "Okay," and he was like, "Yep, you're all ready to go. It'll be ready for you to pick up anytime." Okay. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. So yeah, I have the Switch 2 on pre-order. I'll be going to the midnight release to get it. And then I'll set it up that night. And then I will stream. I'll stream that day or the next day. Depends on how long my family will be here. Because they wanted to, they texted me. It was like, "Hey Law, do you want to go to the midnight release with me and see if we can get a Switch 2?" I was like, "I have it on pre-order already. I'll go to the midnight release with you, but like, I'm gonna be going there to pick up my Switch." And he was like, "Oh, okay, okay." So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to play all the stuff that's gonna be coming out with Switch 2. The only game I'm not planning on making content with the Switch 2 is I don't think I'm gonna be playing the new Donkey Kong game, just because I'm not a huge Donkey Kong fan. I know people will be like super excited. Can I? I just loaded the gun. Dang it. But anyways, like, I know people are super excited that they're getting a not a Super Mario Odyssey, Super Donkey Kong Odyssey with Donkey Kong, but I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, okay, that's cool, to like Donkey Kong fans, but I'm not one of them. So don't look out for those. But I can't wait to do playthroughs of like, I'm gonna be playing Mario Kart, that's for sure. The Mario Kart Worlds. Can't wait for that. I'll probably do some like free roam stuff. And then there's gonna be a playthrough. Look out for it for Wind Waker. Can't wait for that. I've never played Wind Waker in my life. And so when I saw that they're gonna put the GameCube on the Switch 2 and Wind Waker was gonna be part of it, I was like, I was hoping for a remaster for the Switch 2, but this works. I'll play Wind Waker in its own GameCube form, and that would be fun. And then also there's gonna be Luigi's Mansion. I've played the second one, and I haven't played the third one, so I'm very excited to play the first Luigi's Mansion. I think I might like do like a one-off video of it, maybe two, but like I can't wait for it. Okay. Zip line.
Right. Something I'm actually trained
I'm
for.
stupid. Hopefully this time.
Take this over those
Over it.
jump pads
There we
any
go.
day.
See? I did it right this time. Hopefully fireworks. I think fireworks is the best thing to get. Oh, would you look at that? So... Alright, boss fight. Ow! What? I wasn't satisfied for what happened last time, so I am doing the Easter egg again, in a different time. This is completely different from the time I was playing before. But anyways, time to try this one more time. Hopefully I can beat it this time, because like part of me was like, oh well, I didn't do it, guess I'll have to do it another time. But I was like, I don't want to play this map another time, so I'm just gonna do it now. I'm a little more prepared, and I feel like I can get through this boss. Because I realized the last time, the reason I died was I got hit by a thrasher and then got shot by a spider. So now I know what to look for. Okay. When is he gonna show his stuff? Oh, there you go. Should I be shooting my Morris Omelette all willy-nilly? Because I'm not having max ammo anytime soon. Maybe I should resist the shots. Oh, never mind. I think I'll be fine. As long as I don't get wombo comboed with all these thrashers, I think I'll be fine. And if I do, I could just pop this. Oh, my shield's about to break too. And watch out for that. Oh shit, this is showing. Good died. Did I do it? No, there's one more. I think I just got really unlucky last time. Now that I'm doing this, it honestly baffles me that I got cancel that shot. Cancel that shot. I just realized I don't have a max ammo yet, and I only got 3 shots in that wonder weapon. Oh hey, that makes things easier. Come on. Just show your little bulbs. You're fine. This is easy. This is great. Oh, hey. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Alright. Hey, Takio.
Your eyes. I recognize them.
This is always...
Almost
I've always
as though
felt
they
super
were my
sad about
own.
this. He just meets his old self
Takeo Musaki.
and learns the reason
I
why
did not
he's
believe
locked
I would
up in this
find you in
cage.
such a place. I was a warrior. I fought many great battles for the glory of our nation, for the honor of the dying samurai spirit. I was a hero. I share this memory. I have lived many of the same victories. I later learned that my victories were unwelcome. His betrayal was driven by petty jealousy. He knew I could endure anything, that I feared not even my own death. Punishment is one thing. This is cruelty. Who could be so evil as to desire another soul to endure such suffering? Who amongst us could be so dishonorable?
The
Are
Emperor.
you so blinded by your own loyalty?
Yeah.
The orders came from the Emperor himself.
The Emperor got jealous of Takio's accomplishments in war, and he just sent him to this island, this despair island.
Built upon a lie.
Honestly, it's
This
very.
realm may have been
sucks.
corrupted and consumed
That
by evil.
if the zombie outbreak didn't happen, then this would have happened to Takio. Or maybe like he wasn't sent to
It's
Origins.
only possible if
I don't remember.
we throw away
I don't
the
remember
ashes
this.
of the past.
This
None
Takio
of
story.
us choose
That
the
if he wasn't sent to
means
Origins,
by
he
which
would end up
mercy
like
will
this
find
one.
us. But I am at peace. I understand what must be done. Will you be my Kaishakunin? It is my honor.
Damn. Well, that was fun. So this is gonna be Friday's episode, June 2nd, I think that's the Monday. There's gonna be a new video. I think I'm gonna play Death Stranding. I might make a video on Death Stranding. I don't think it's gonna be its own playthrough. Instead, I think I'm gonna wait and see how that video does on whether or not I should make a playthrough of Death Stranding. But with that being said, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, till next time. Wednesday I'll try to make a Switch 2 video, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. But goodbye. Adios. Sayonara. And yeah, thanks for watching.